Good. So, welcome everybody. So this is our lunchtime stroke Friday catch up. And very excited because I managed to get in from the car to get onto my computer, because obviously we can't record this from a phone. So the only thing we may need to do is someone may need to help me go, how do I then get the recording anywhere useful? But that's another subject. So, so on our Fridays, what we've been doing is having a bit of a chat and a catch up and being there for the UK audience, being there for anybody who can pop on or see the record. Now, what's interesting today, which I will push you towards, is someone was asking the other day about the calendar events for Isagenix. And it just so happened this morning, I put it on the leaders group, that the calendar for the year has come out. So we have got two ISA unis, one in June and one in November. And we've got our ISA University in Action with David Wood in September, which is the same weekend it usually is, actually, which is inconvenient, but one will make a plan. So, of course, again, if you want to get people to events, that's the big thing. But yes, so we were sort of like, go and have a look on there. That's where the dates are. But we were having a bit of a chat about Celebration. We've got Celebration coming up. So again, the one thing I would say is I may well be requiring a couple of Celebration tickets. It is never too late to ask people. We've got some gala tickets. And Janet's obviously got some gala tickets, so we have got some left.
Yep, still got 4 left at the minute.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 at the moment, because obviously I've got a couple of people who are no longer coming. And I'm sure we can make a plan close to the time on bunking people together if that's the issue. Because obviously sometimes money can be an issue. We're all going up at different times. I'm going up Friday night just because I can get there. Some people are going up Saturday morning. And again, interesting one for this week, guys, is that one of my ladies can't make both days, but I wrote coming on the Sunday. So don't feel that if you can't get them to both days that they can't come. So, you know, worst case scenario, if they can come to a day, it's getting them around the enthusiasm, the passion, the life. But actually it was interesting because we were talking about what do we want to do on these calls and to try and set out an understanding of what we'd be covering. Now, again, I link this in, guys, for everybody who's watching the recording, and hopefully that you do, is that we need to also sort out our Sunday night training calls. So it's all very well and good, everybody then saying, well, we want this, 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 and this. But when we then ask the question, it goes quiet. So again, be involved. If you want something, I know Jen on their Australian call, which is a global call, which is on a Sunday morning, early, it's about 9 o'clock, is going to go back through the 6 basics of everything. You know, find people to talk to people you know, and she's going to keep revolving that. Leslie did put on our team page some ideas, you share, they share, repeat, honing our stories, and all that sort of stuff. So perhaps for Sunday, if anybody's got an idea what they want to do, we can take over. And in fact,
Helen.
Yeah, good. Hi, Ellen. Is that Heather and Jen are very happy to support us in any shape or form. They're feeling great that we're all stepping up. So what training we want or what training we need to be empowered and passionate about and ask for. So, you know, there's no iron team, guys. So some people are just starting. Some people haven't started their box yet. Some people are coming on board for the business. We are a passionate company at the end of the day. Hi, Helen. We are a passionate company.
Frozen.
But one thing I wanted to cover today, fun enough, out of interest, because I think this is really important, because it's consistency. We know that, okay? On a lot of these learnings, you're not going to learn anything you didn't already know, okay? That's the first thing I'm going to tell you. There isn't a magic pill to this. But every time we go through a learning, you may well pick up something different. But I wanted to just ask one question, guys. Well, possibly 2. What is it about Isagenix that makes you passionate?
It's the results we get, and the fact that when you're speaking to people, they're brilliant. You've got some amazing people here that actually know their stuff. It's amazing stuff.
So if I said to get involved with the personal of that, Jan, to make it really personal to you, because we know to hit people's emotional spot, and also gives the ability to stick with things and blah, blah, blah. So for you personally,
Yeah.
putting it in a sentence, what is it about Isagenix for you personally that has changed your life?
Being able to use a system that actually fits in with my lifestyle and gives me the results I want.
Right.
I know that what I'm taking is brilliant.
Right. Okay. So how many times a day, because this is the other thing, we're all being told, how many times a day, if you are that passionate about the results, the friends you've made, the community, the changes to your body, the skin, how many times a day are you sharing or showing your smile, your energy? Because people forget you are you. Your energy will effervesce out of you. People will want to know where you get your energy from. How many times a day are you telling your story?
At least, this is the best bit, it's got stronger. So it's gone from 1 or 2 a week to at least 4 or 5 a day, whether I'm in clinic or not. Because every single person that gets on my couch knows I'm doing Isagenix.
Yes, good. So again, when we look at Jen's sweet spot map, again, not to get disgruntled because we all do, you know, it may be that they're in a really good place, not looking for anything. They're in too bad a place. They're not looking for anything. You've reached them at that spot. So when we look at the amount of exposures sometimes it takes, some people want to jump on immediately. Some people take 5 years. Some people take 2 months. Some people take 9 sets. So it's the consistency of the chat, the talking, the passion, whether it be your personal results, borrowing belief from other people. Really important if you've just started. You're borrowing belief from other people. But it is sharing the passion and the unequivocal belief that you have in this. And therefore, if we then went to someone like Claire and said, okay, Claire, what would I say to you is the one thing about Isagenix, why you keep doing it, why you love it? Where's your passion with Isagenix?
It's the products,
right?
For me. Definitely the products and the results. I'd agree with Jan on the results.
So get emotionally involved. Why?
Yeah.
What has it done for you, Claire?
It's helped me drop weight. I feel a hell of a lot better. Yes, I've still got health issues, but Isagenix helps me manage those better. And it really helps recovery after exercise.
Yeah.
Which is a big thing for me.
So the other thing I would say, and again, for me, I'm not going to ask Helen because I know Helen's just ordered her box. And again, we don't want to frighten Helen. Helen
is amazing.
Yeah. And we're all here for you, Helen, too. Okay, the interesting thing is I'm going to do a bit of the Jackson Parr backwards. What would you, because this is where we've got to go, guys. It's getting back the passion, not hiding it to ourselves. So if I reverse logic this, one thing my father loved doing, if you hadn't been introduced to this, Jan, Claire, Helen to be, if you hadn't been introduced to this, I want you to take yourselves back to before Isagenix. How you were feeling, what you were coping with, what you were doing, emotionally stressed, results, whatever, what you tried, what you hadn't tried, where you were in your life. And I want to take you back because it comes to the point of how would you feel now if you were in the same place that you'd never left before and you hadn't tried?
Yeah.
So, Jan, if we start with you, I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I also want to try to.
It's actually quite easy.
Good.
I'd be 20 kilograms heavier. I would be at the gym 4 days a week like I was before. I would be turning that fat into muscle and not shifting the toxins in my body. I'd be sleeping crap. I'd be on my CPAP machine. I'd be a grumpy Carl, same as I always was. And I would be exhausted. I would still be potentially running 3 businesses and running them into the ground because I wasn't doing any of them well because I was exhausted.
Yep.
And now it's totally different. It's totally different.
So the passion of getting involved with that, and again, this is where we also celebrate each other. Okay, Helen, we're into celebration here because results are different for everybody, and everybody's body has been through a different journey. So again, to speak to the Lockie Horners of this world, will say, which actually I didn't find depressing when he originally said it, was, guys, how long has it taken you to get into this state? And you think you're going to fix it in 3 months? You know, you're looking at 10 years of consistency. Now the old set has gone.
Yeah.
Oh, bugger that. I haven't got the time. Now, I was saying to someone this morning about my hormones, for example. Now, we don't profess to treat or cure disease. We don't. And I'm very firm on that because I love Isagenix and I don't want anybody taking it away from me or those people that it's touched their hearts or those people it could touch their hearts, okay? So, but what I would say is that if we look for the little things, sometimes it's a good exercise for all of us to write down, because we've been doing it a while now. Yeah. And nobody's listening. And I've said it 6 times. Okay, well, get yourself back involved. Where were you? What were you feeling? I mean, that's massive, Janet. Didn't sleep, miserable, moody, grumpy, running 3 businesses really hard, working really hard into the ground, including yourself, and not getting, right? Going to the gym. Yeah, we go to the gym. How many people go to the gym and bloody well get nowhere? I mean, I see the patients, Roy, we laughed, who tell me they've done 100 sit-ups. I see the patients who are training every day like I used to, guys, and still had a massive fat layer underneath the muscle. So you get to the stage of, why do I bother doing this? Or all those athletes, oh, well, I'm fit all the time. I've got a weak immune system. I'm training too hard. Sorry, bollocks. So Claire's talking about recovery. So when it comes to this, when you're having your conversations and you're having your passion, we go back to them, not you, them. So it's getting involved with who they are, where they are, what do they need, not you. And then we can work out. I mean, Jan's brilliantly brought in, Christ, loads of references there from energy, performance, sleep, grumpiness, hormones, the whole lot. So this is not just a one-track system for a one-person being. So again, if we go to you, Claire, okay, tell us, Claire, if we go back remembering how you were.
Okay.
Where would you, and it's hard, but this is.
No, it is hard. It is hard, but then, it is hard. But before Isagenix, I had gone through a period of roughly 2 years where I'd been diagnosed with various different health conditions. The last of which was asthma, and that really knocked me back. It put me into a serious episode of very bad depression, which took me back into. Hi, dogs.
Yeah, no, don't. You'll ignore it.
Which took me back to my counsellor and all that kind of stuff. So I think actually I was reflecting on this a few weeks ago, because I've just gone past my being on Isagenix for a year now, and I was reflecting a few weeks ago, and I thought, actually, why did I started it because I was desperate, kind of quite desperate. I'd just been diagnosed with asthma. I was struggling with not only accepting it, but working around it. And I just needed something else. I was already doing my fitness stuff anyway. I was back into running, but with the asthma, it's like, well, okay, running when it's cold, that's difficult. Running generally, that's difficult. So I was desperate, and you'd mentioned it to me before, Soph, and then I came to see you for a treatment, and we talked about it again, and I came to a second sample, and I signed up then and there, because I need to try something. There's got to be something out there that's going to help me feel better than I do at the moment.
So again, if we then take that, and then I'm going to go and check my door, don't go there. If we take that, because this is what people want to hear. Take it to how you are now, and tell us the difference. Because you were fit before, Claire.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was, and I had, now,
and I'll be back in 2 ticks. The difference now to you.
So now, it supports my fitness. It helps me work out a bit. Well, theoretically, I should be working out a bit more than I was, but with some of one of my other health issues means that I get fatigued very quickly, and I have to have I have to take my rest time. So I can't, as much as I want to work out every day, I can't, and that frustrates the hell out of me. I'm not going to lie. I want to be doing something every day, and I can't do it. And it's really annoying, and I hate it, but I know that that's what I have to do. But Isagenix helps me do what I can do fitness wise, and it has helped me drop a little bit more weight than what I'd already lost from just keeping fit. It encourages you to eat healthier.
It does.
I don't always, but it does. But it does. I just took delivery of another veg box from Riverford this morning. That was great. And they gave me a free recipe book. It's a really nice recipe book, and it was free. And I was like, oh, wow. So that will be utilised at some point over the weekend, I hope. But yeah, so now I do feel better. I sleep fine. Yeah, I do sleep fine. I find the more water I drink, the better I sleep. Mm-hmm. Oddly, I've never really equated hydration in the evening to sleeping better, but I seem to. Yeah, energy, more energy. I'm not sort of bouncing off the walls, but I do have a bit more energy. Stress helps with my stress so much. Yeah. So much I cannot even tell you. Mm-hmm. Manage it but so much better than I used to.
So if we were to say, because again the other thing is we want structure, girls. It's lovely to sit down and have a coffee and a natter, but again this is where we're coming together, we're sharing. Anything is open to ask, and I think what's lovely today is we said, okay, let's get back in touch with our stories. Now there is a template, and I think at Celebration our template would have changed. We know Heather's gone through this, and I on purpose didn't look it up because they've shortened it. So rather than before Isagenix, I was feeling crap, I was introduced to Isagenix by I now feel blah blah blah. It's changed, it's made it shorter. So what we can all do, and Helen, again, this is where the business comes in. Again, the bonus of these calls is to start utilising the tools that are there. This is duplicatable. This isn't the fact that we're all multiple people and the only reason we can succeed is because we can do it in our sleep. It's not about learning. This is about learning. This is about, for some people, it's a massive thing to go and have a conversation with someone because they don't talk to people. For others, it's a massive thing to go and look up a system. So again, Helen, when you start getting the most amazing results, you can turn around and say, right, Jan has given me this way of doing it. So if you go to Isagenix Business, okay, all of this, you can start at the beginning. There's a training program that goes with this, guys. So again, part of it is hone your story, borrow someone's story. So Helen, you can borrow Jan's, you can borrow Julia's because you're only just starting. But how about if we get into the habit of, from the duplicatable, getting out of our comfort zones and turning around and going, right, I will make a pledge, and we're all different. There are also, and again, that we'll put them back on the group for Helen, but they're their accountability sheets. Some people, we're talking about consistency here. So Jan's gone from sharing once to twice a week to 3 to 4 times a day. Now, if Jan was to make a note on a board or a sheet or whatever works for her, or on her mobile, that she's had 3 to 4 conversations, and again, decent conversations, because we can all hide behind the fact I did talk about Isagenix. No, you didn't. You talked about the snow. So, you know, that's the element of what are you talking about and what's your intention, okay? Your intention is not to go around forcing everybody to do this, but the intention is each one of you have shared quite passionately, incredibly passionately, and having known you a little bit before you all started, you wouldn't have done this. That's another thing that I picked up on. So the energy, the vibrancy, the lifestyle, the passion is something that is new, okay? Now you have to be a bit careful, and Helen will get this. Helen's probably picking up I'm a bit nuts. I was energetic before. I'm now uber energetic. I've still got a broken ankle. Yeah. So I think I'm doing quite well here. But the point being is it's who you want to be. It's the love you want to give out. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So if we said, how many people can you have this conversation with? And it doesn't have to be 16 million. There's no point setting something you're not going to do and feel crap and fail, because that's not what we're talking about. So, for example, Helen, how many people can you say, for example, without frightening you off, do you know what, this funny bird, I mean, obviously in your language, this funny bird, I've been listening to and watching for quite a while, and do you know what, she's got me starting this program. Would you like to do it with me? Okay. Now, there's tools for this. Look on Isagenix Business. You'll be going through it with Jan. I've gone it through with Claire. Now, I'm not saying that everybody suddenly turns around and goes, oh my God, yeah, we're doing it now. They won't. You'll get a lot of no's. And the self-development and the self-training we get is awesome, the personal development, in which case, Helen, get to every training you can get to, because this sort of personal development you couldn't pay for in other industries, let's be honest. And I know my osteopathic training has never been like this. So, you know, you'll go, some people say, write down a list of 10 people that you know, sometimes make family, sometimes don't. 10 people you want to share the fact that you're doing something new. So, for example, Jan and I are coming up to our 2 years. We've got celebration. There's lots of stuff. We can help you if you want to find something to do if you're unsure. You know, Claire's just done her year. Right. Oh my God, I've been using this program for a year. We've got templates as well, Helen. That's the other thing. We've got templates to help you with this if you're not sure. Don't get too wordy. Don't drive everybody mad. But again, we've got every step along with this. You will find that you get a lot of no's. Okay. You'll find that you'll get some people at the right time, sometimes not at the right time. Some people want to go and save up. Some people want to go and think about it. It's their journey, not yours. Okay. We know this works. I know this works. I don't have any question. In fact, I'm probably an 11 out of 10. Perhaps I'm probably about 100 out of 10 with belief. And having gone through breast cancer last year and a broken ankle, I'm even more now. Because there's me feeling guilty because I'm not doing much. And then someone said the other day, so if you've got a broken ankle, you can't wait there. You're zipping around on your trolley. You're still working. You're still pootling around. You're still helping people. You know, exactly. So that's me. Get out of your own way. These products have given me an ability to show up every day consistently. It's only been 2 years. What do you think we can achieve in 5, in 10? Okay. So again, think about on this beautiful Friday. Do you know what? I'm going to get out of my comfort zone and I'm going to talk to one person a week. Fine. Doesn't matter. But next Friday, how are you doing? How did it go with that conversation? Good, bad, ugly? You're going to fail forward. That's the other thing, guys. You're going to fail forward. Some things are going to work. Sometimes you're going to get verbal diarrhea, like I have done in the past. You taught them out of the bloody thing because you're so bloody keen in the first place. So if at the end of the day, Jan, next week, Jan, you will still have spoken to 3 to 4 people every day. Brilliant. That's another 7 days of consistency. Consistency is king. Claire, you're busy at work. You don't speak to a lot of people, but you're at the gym. How about you decide what's your comfort zone? You're going to speak. You're not going to go with the blurb, but you're in your own words, Poppet, going to share how freaking awesome you're feeling. What you're achieving now in comparison to you were fitter than anybody I knew last year. And you were still looking crap, feeling crap, not recovering, and you were nutritionally quite sound. So, do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
You're on Facebook, brilliantly, you're running, you go out even with asthma in the weather. That's something that people need to know. And it's going to take people time, guys. It's exposure. You know, Sarah Parks talks about having done some network marketing stuff, you know, and some networking, that a lot of people say it takes 9 times for exposure. I mean, she's got the list. Then you get fed up with hearing it. Then you might look at it and then you might do it. Do you know what I mean? So be authentically you. Don't be someone that you're not. Borrow other people's belief if you don't have that belief. But the first place usually is, oh my God, how are you? How are things going? Find out. Oh, I've got no money. Oh, would you be open to looking at something? Can I share? You can have a cup of coffee with you. Oh, well, I'm finding I'm doing all this exercise, Claire, and I'm getting really tired. I just don't feel I'm going anywhere. Oh, really? Okay. Tell me about it. So again, we've got tools, Jackson Parr's cake recipe. Again, these are massive things, Helen, that please don't think this is massive, but there's what we're saying to you is there's tools, there's us, there's people every step of the way along the way. Now, I know that the lovely Jan has got literally 1 minute before a patient arrives.
I'm ignoring them. They're at the door.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what I would say is, has that been helpful? Because if this is
I'm not here.
Exactly, don't even go there. Has this been helpful? Because if we then come back next week, and if we put in the leaders group, if I can find a way and someone can tell me how to put the recording in without me deleting it, is this useful? So it's us sharing our passion. It's us sharing our stories to get comfortable doing it. So if you're uncomfortable, Helen, jump on a call with Jan, jump on a 3-way call with me. Claire, if you're uncomfortable, Sophie, I need to tell you, right, get to the depth of you. Then you'll be able to help someone else get to the depths of them. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. In the 30 seconds before I jump off, just going to tell you real quick, Helen's my singing teacher. I've known Helen. She met Jen Jeffries when she came across here and she did an event with Jen Jeffries. She sat and listened to it. And it's taken me almost a year to get her through. So she's been around a little bit,
Yeah.
So we'll go through all this stuff with you, Helen, step by step. But you can see the kind of crazy people we're working with, and you can see the passion that they've got.
but I also think you can be ignorance on fire, Helen.
Yeah.
And again, if Jan goes now, we'll finish up in about the next 5 minutes, and because we wanted to keep these short. But the whole point is, seriously, guys, have a think of what you want on Sunday, and put it in the chat. Because what would be great would be to go back to Heather and Jen on Sunday and say, right, this is what we're going to do today. And I also think it's authentic in the training that you're doing. Don't start thinking you've got to be not you, because that doesn't work either. So I think that for this today, again, Helen, you're very new. You're borrowing all of our beliefs at the end of the day. You can see the passion. Also, it's also worth saying it's not worth pushing anybody or dragging anybody to do something they're not ready for, guys.
Yeah. Come and find the leave button.
Oh, bless you. Go and heal the world. But yeah, and I think at the end of the day, some of this as well, I believe, Helen, is you can meet different people from different walks of life, but I tell you what we've all got in common. Being the best version of ourselves and helping others be the best version of themselves. Whether it's financial, whether it's health, well-being, and I think that's the bonus of this. We're all very passionate about what we do. We're passionate about what we take and how we do this. And I think that's really important. And I think what we're doing on Fridays at the end of the day, Helen, is to try and get anybody who's around, doesn't matter who's around, doesn't matter if there's only 2 of us, but to have a chat, have the ability to catch up on what we need to do, what we'd like to do, what we're frightened of. It's a very friendly group. I couldn't find this. I couldn't find that. Well, Sophie went on about this. Where is it? So again, Jan will have put you on the UK leaders group.
Yep.
Hasn't already, she will. So that gives us, again, because we don't want too many Facebook groups, Helen, because we've all got busy lives and then you can't keep up with threads. So we're very much putting stuff in there. So you'll see on there all the, because I put it up this morning, which we've only just found out today because I've only just put it up. The other good one to get yourself into is the Isagenix Europe Facebook page.
Okay.
So again, Jan will join you to that, because that's when all corporate in the UK put their stuff up. So they'll put any training leaders, great position stories, whatever. So it's just, you don't have to do all of them, otherwise you'll be here all bloody day, mate, and we're all busy. But I think the passion that you have, and even though you haven't started yet, you're doing this probably because you've seen, you've spoken to, you've heard Jen, right time in your life. I mean, tell us a bit for 5 minutes. Why you? Why now?
I need more energy to be able to do the things that I really desire to do. And tangible, and I want to connect with it.
Yeah.
And I feel like Isagenix giving me that energy will give me the opportunity to do that.
Fantastic. And you know that we're there every step of the way. So always reach out.
Yep.
If because you'll start, it's different for everybody. And then I hear that you might be coming to Celebration, hopefully.
I might be. I have to confirm with the husband first, if that's possible.
Yeah, brilliant. It would be lovely to see. But the bonus of this is we're all very friendly and we're there for you. And nobody's got, no one's got at the end of the day all the answers. Okay?
Right.
That's not what this is about. It's not about a guru bit if someone knows more. It's about sharing.
Yeah,
it's about loving. So some of your stuff, your training, your experiences will help all of us.
I hope so. I'll be, if I've got any questions, I'll be speaking to Jan later on anyway. So I'll definitely I'm still learning and I'm still going through the processing of it. So it's a bit overwhelming at the moment.
It will be. But the beauty, Helen, is we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
As I said to someone, it's taken me 24 years of being an osteopath to get to where I am now.
Wow.
So why would someone expect to get network marketing and be amazing at this within 5 minutes? Unrealistic.
Yeah.
But it's about being authentic, Helen. It's about reaching out to anybody who's got that story to share with those that want to hear.
Yeah. I'm hearing that.
Yeah. And
Thank you very much, Sophie.
Well, you're very welcome. And that's what this is about. And we hope to see you on Sunday night as well. That's our business training, really.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is get this for each of us. So whatever we want and whatever we need, if that makes sense, it's not about someone standing up and talking at people. It's about us sharing what we need at the time. But yeah, no, I think what we'll do is before we go, let's set, because again, it's not big targets, but it's something, how many people can perhaps you this week have a conversation that you're starting this amazing thing? You don't know.
I've got 2 people in mind already.
Brilliant.
I've got 2 people in mind, so
Brilliant.
that'll be my task.
Brilliant. And just have fun. The other thing with this is we all hit brick walls when it's that, I love Isagenix because it's changed my life. Bollocks, no one's going to join. I love Isagenix because it's impacted my life in so many ways. But again, it's the people you're talking to about them. Where are they?
Yeah.
And then this may be a solution. It may not be, but with a money back guarantee, there is nothing to lose. But we are all here to help you.
Yeah.
And thank you for jumping on, and thank you, Claire, because obviously you work. And then what I'll do is I hope that someone at some point will tell me how I can share this on our group. Because again, this is for me new, Helen. We're all stepping out of our comfort zones. And for me, I haven't done a recording of this before. And it may look as if I'm really confident. I can probably talk the hind leg off a donkey, Helen. But at the end of the day, I'd love to know more about singing, because I've always wanted to sing.
Right, okay.
I've always wanted to, but because I've had throat nodules and everything else, and as you can hear, my voice is very passionate.
The huskiness, yes.
Oh yes, love the huskiness. a lot of speech therapists have gone, we want you to talk in a monotone because it will save your voice. And as you can imagine,
that would be boring.
Thank you. It's just not me. So
it wouldn't be you if you did that.
No, exactly. But again, this is the celebration of each of us. We're home. This is the celebration of each of us, where we are, where we're going, and it's never ending because there's always a tomorrow. God, I really need to get some T-shirts done. I came up with a classic this morning with a hairdresser and I've forgotten it. But anyway, just the passion.
Oh, Soph.
I know, I need to start writing them down, Claire, because some of them are quite astute.
Are they really?
Yeah, but no, thank you for sharing. And think about, again, what it's meant to go back to how you were. Think about how that was. Mm-hmm. Think about where you've come to, where you want to go, but how much passion. And again, Claire, are you going to the gym tonight?
No, probably not.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, are you going on a run?
I've got to leave.
Go.
But it was wonderful meeting you guys. And hopefully I'll be able to connect with you on Sunday.
You will.
All right.
You will.
All right. Take care. Yes, bye.
Hey, you too.
Because I was just saying, Claire, it may well be, and then we need to go, but it may well be that, who can you see for the rest of the day? Who comes? Now, don't necessarily have the conversation with everybody, but be open.
Yeah.
Be open.
Yeah.
It's also that if someone's blowing and they're tired. Okay, you're looking a bit tired today. How are things going? Start a conversation. Don't be weird about it. But again, at the end of the day, if this is something we can help others with, just start a conversation. Be sociable. Don't be weird. There's no hidden formula, though. There's
weird.
Yeah, don't be weird. But again, okay. So I'm going to sign off and hope that works.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll stop recording, Claire, and then big hugs.